Hello, everybody. It's Colleen Pearl, the Cool Crone, and I'm here with some of my friends. And we're going to be visualizing how to protect our voters and poll workers leading up to the November 5th election. And thank you so much, all of you, for joining us. I'm hoping that a lot more people will come in. So we're going to chat for just a few minutes, waiting for the chat to fill up, because the more people who do this, even if you're watching it on replay, the more people who do this and use this visualization, the more powerful the visualization becomes. And our intention is able to affect change. I really believe that. And I also believe that the people who are with me, especially these three beautiful psychics, are full of love and they're putting out very positive energy. So if you're all putting out very positive energy, we can make this election very, very safe. So I'm going to ask my co-host Sherry to say hello. And Sherry, tell us also who you think we need to protect and why.
Well, because of the past storm and the current storm, this is going to affect a lot of voters across the board. And so I think that we're not only all praying for safety from the upcoming storm, but it's also the aftermath, people to be able to go vote, that they don't lose their ability to vote, that the poll workers who work the polls, who help people to do this, that they're safe and that they're able to keep the people who show up safe. There are still areas in North Carolina and whatnot that are just devastated. And after tonight, tomorrow, most of Florida is going to be. So I think that uh, it's not just praying away the storm, so to speak, or trying to lessen it, but it's to keep all of those within the election process safe. Because there's a lot of people that work behind the scenes that do a lot of work to try to make it very easy for people to get in and out, cast their vote, and move on down the road so the next person can get in. And I think it's important that we put protection around them as well. And especially for those areas really hit hard by the storms. They're going to need extra protection just to be able to do their job. So,
Mhm.
and to keep others safe.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sherry. That was a great kickoff. And Marina, hi, welcome. Thank you.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
who do you think that we have to focus on? And it can be the same people. That's fine.
And you know what? Yeah, absolutely. I think that I would love to be able to concentrate, yes, on the poll workers, the voting staff, the people like Sherry said who are behind the scenes, those that are taking down information and that are dealing with either sensitive information or whatnot. So the candidates as well. Um, it's we have personal opinions, but it's not our job to sort them out. That's up to the universe. So we send out protection to all the candidates, all the people that work the different rallies and so on. Anyone who feels that they need protection for whatever they're facing or whatever they're struggling with at this moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. That's great. Hi, Gerald. Thank you for
Hello.
joining me. Who do you think we have to protect? What do you think we have to do?
I have voters, and we need protection for their safe travels to and from the polls, and it's seamless voting.
Yeah.
The poll workers, that there is effective communication and that there is calmness and order about the whole thing, the before, during, and after. The workers at the facilities where the voting is taking place.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times these voting happens at libraries. So we need
Yes.
bystanders to be safe. We need the environment to be safe, and we need it to be clear of any frustration. the law enforcement who are just doing all of their work, that there is a calmness
Mm-hmm.
about the day. There is a sense of understanding. I'm also including transportation providers so that they
Um,
can have safe and efficient travels
Mm-hmm.
and exceptional fuel efficiency.
yes.
Very
So,
nice.
and I like what Marina said, the candidates, as well as all of the issues. There's a lot of issues because this is a presidential election. Many places put issues on the ballot just to make sure that voters have an opportunity to vote. So I want protection around that, and that people understand, and that they vote for the most benevolent outcome.
Yeah.
And I also want to offer some protection for the people that you see outside of the polling, handing things out,
Yes.
because we need people to be gracious. We need people to look at each other, and we need people to smile, because let's face it, this whole process makes us very unique, and we need this process to work
Mm-hmm.
seamlessly.
Yeah, well
Yes.
said. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to, reiterate that it isn't just the voters that we're talking about. We are also talking about poll workers, all the politicians,
Yeah.
the ones who are running, the ones who are trying to, become elected, the ones who are incumbent, the ones who are surrounding them and supporting them, um, all the police workers and security, all the hospitality workers who are feeding everybody and
Yes.
giving the,
Sure.
making sure that they can continue to do this, because this is probably a process that's going to go into that night or beyond. And so I think that's very important. And just everyone who's helping.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we have I'm just going to take a sip here.
Oh, I'll also include the news workers,
Yeah,
news anchors and the reporters.
yeah, that's good.
They're accurate.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
that's really
Yes.
good. So I saw in the chat there's quite a few people who are a little confused about what this program was going to be, because Linda G had announced that Sherry was going to be doing prayers for, I guess, voters or something, but and that it was going to be on Sherry's channel, and Sherry graciously posted on her channel a gazillion times and everywhere she could the link for this show, and also that it was going to be on this channel, and that it was not prayers, it was a visualization for protection. But while we're all here, we could take a couple of minutes to just put white light protection around all of the people in North Carolina and Florida who are suffering from those horrible natural disasters, or who are just frightened on the
Yeah.
the impending
Mhm.
catastrophe. So if we could just take a minute, and everybody just visualize for themselves the protection for them, that would be really great. Okay. Thank you, everyone. That was really great. All right. So, and that also grounded and centered all of us. So that's a good feeling I can feel now. That's very nice. All right. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing to see, just like our last presidential election was amazing going through COVID. This election is going to be really, really amazing, coming out of all of these disasters that the states like North Carolina and Florida are going through. But I'm sure that there are things in other states they're still battling through, recovering from disasters. We've just had a lot of disasters this year. So this is going to be an extraordinary election, regardless of what the polls say, regardless of who's running. Just having an election is going to be kind of a challenge in most places. So we're going to get going with our visualization. So if everybody could just get comfortable in your chair, and I'm just going to put up a static image for now for everybody to look at until they close their eyes. So I'm just going to put that up, and let's see, I think I have a bigger one. I want this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So if everyone in their chairs could just make sure your feet are on the floor, and whether you're, if you're lying down, that's fine. You don't have to put your feet on the floor, but make yourself as comfortable as you possibly can. And I want you to close your eyes and begin to feel that your body is starting to relax. So from the top of your head, the skin over your scalp is just kind of letting go, just getting relaxed. And that feeling of relaxation continues on over your forehead. All your muscles in the forehead just start to sort of relax and let go. And the little muscles at the corners of your eyes begin to just let go and relax. And all the muscles in your cheeks going down through your jaw, just letting go. All those muscles just melting off of your bones like butter. And right around your mouth, those tiny little muscles at the corner of your mouth, let them relax and just let go. And let that feeling of relaxation just sort of wash down into your neck and the back of your neck. The muscles there are just relaxing. And you begin to notice a feeling, a sensation of warmth in your head where you're already relaxed, and then your neck. And this gives you a profound feeling of serenity. You're feeling peaceful and serene and warm. And that feeling of relaxation continues to move down into your upper body. So it's going across your chest and your shoulders and all the way down your arms, your upper arms, your forearms, into your hands, into your fingers. And with it comes this nice little feeling of warmth and peace and serenity. You're feeling very, very relaxed. All the tension, any pain that you've been feeling just kind of melts away and flows away. In this case, it could just flow out of your fingertips, and you're feeling very serene. And continuing on down the torso, filling up your chest and your entire abdomen with this wonderful feeling of warmth and relaxation. All the muscles are letting go. They're becoming very loose, very relaxed, just easy. Going down your spine is just easy. The muscles are holding you up, but relaxed. And the relaxation continues down through your buttocks, into your pelvic region, and into your thighs. And your quads and your hamstrings just begin to feel nice and warm and easy and relaxed. And then on into your shins and calves. Everything's feeling effortless and loose and easy and warm. And the relaxation flows down into your feet and your toes And for me, when this happens, my toes and feet begin to tingle just a little bit. They're getting warm. All the little capillaries are opening up. I can feel the blood flowing in my feet. And I feel very warm and serene and peaceful. And now I would like you to imagine that above your head is a blue orb, pretty blue, like a true blue. And this beautiful orb and this blue light almost looks like liquid inside the orb. It's kind of rotating in kind of a mesmerizing kind of way. It's kind of opalescent. It's got a little sheen, a little shine to it. And your crown of your head, your crown chakra, is going to open up, and that blue light is going to pour down into your body through this very, very relaxed, peaceful body. And very easily, very smoothly, very quickly, your entire body is going to be filled with this wonderful blue light. And you also might begin to feel a tingling through your whole body because of this beautiful blue light. So your body is feeling totally relaxed, totally at peace, very serene, a little bit warm. And now you're going to rise up from your chair. You're going to rise up through the ceiling of the building you're in, through the next floor, if there is one, up to the roof of your building, and continue to rise up and up and up. You're going to leave the Earth's atmosphere, and pretty soon you're out there in the beautiful dark night sky with all its stars, and you find yourself on the moon. And you take a seat on the moon. It's a little dusty. Don't worry, the dust will come off. And you're looking down at the Earth. And from your vantage point on the moon, you just happen to be viewing the big mass of North America, which is where the United States is located. Well, most of it. So let's just imagine that from your vantage point, not only can you see all of the United States in that landmass of North America, but you can also see Hawaii and Alaska and any of the other like Caribbean islands that are a part of the United States. You can see every little piece of the United States from your vantage point on the moon. And now we're going to take this beautiful, beautiful idea of relaxation and the orb, and we're going to cover all of these places. You can either make it one orb or several orbs, but this orb will be red. And the way you're going to make it red is first just imagine a clear orb over all of these different places that are part of the United States. And then you're going to find you have a paintbrush in your hand. And with your paintbrush, you're going to paint that sphere a beautiful ruby red. So you're painting the spheres, and as you're painting, you're sending all of the people who live under those spheres perfect love and perfect trust and protection. Perfect love, perfect trust, and protection. So now everyone is under these beautiful red spheres. And once you have all those spheres in place, you're going to visualize a larger sphere that goes over the top of those red spheres. So put your spheres in place, cover everyone. And if you want to cover each individual person, go ahead. If you want to cover a state, go ahead. If you want to cover the whole continental United States with one sphere and then separate spheres for everywhere else, go ahead. I trust you. This is being done with perfect love and perfect trust. And now our second sphere, your paintbrush is now going to be magically cleaned off. And now you have a beautiful kind of opalescent white paint on the brush. And you're going to paint all of the new spheres white, this opalescent white. So go ahead and paint your second set of spheres white. And as you're painting, you are protecting, you are covering everyone who is underneath those spheres. And just as we get done with the white sphere, I'm going to ask you to do a third set of spheres. And this one is going to be blue. And we're going to paint it blue right from the very beginning. So imagine that you can hold one of the spheres in your hand and you're just taking your paintbrush and you're painting it. And as you're painting it, you're visualizing that everyone who comes under the power and influence of these spheres will be protected all the way through until Kamala Harris is inaugurated. So this protection is going to last from now until the end of January. So paint your sphere, make it beautiful with blue paint, and then we're going to place it over the entire United States, not just the continental United States, but every little piece of it. So once those spheres are in place, let's just think about what we have done and let's just emphasize what we want. You can take your paintbrush, which is now magically clean again, and you can use it as a magic wand. And what you're going to do is you're going to direct your power and your love and your trust into the spheres with as much good intention as you can muster. And spend a few minutes sending protection and love to everyone who is underneath the spheres. Just wave your magic wand and make it happen. I'll give you a few minutes. And now, if you could just send your last few intentions for protection to everyone that you need to. And then you're going to stand up on the moon, and we're going to float back down through that beautiful night sky with all its stars, back down into the Earth's atmosphere, back down to your hometown, back down to the building that you started out from, and back down into your chair. And when you get there, don't open your eyes right away. Take a moment to wiggle your toes and fingers, feel your feet connected to the earth, and then open your eyes. Okay, I think we're all back. So I can go back to our other arrangement of heads. Thank you. Okay, everybody. So I think we did it. I think we laid out some good protection for everybody. And I'm positive that it's going to help. I'm really excited now for the election because I feel like I'm a participant.
Yes.
So I got to share something with you guys. So I bought a Harris Waltz yard sign, and I was a little worried about putting it up in my area because I live in a very, very conservative Republican town. And there's a lot of Trumpers. And last time around, I was the only person with a Bernie sign. And I didn't feel uncomfortable during that one, but I did feel uncomfortable this year.
Yeah.
So I put it up. I only put it so that you could see it coming one way down my street. I put it next to my hedge so that they only see it from one direction. I don't know why. That was just my instinct. And so far, I haven't seen any yard signs for anybody else putting up, except for the one guy that's at the very end of the street on the main boulevard. And he always has a bunch of Trump stuff. For the last 10 years, he's had Trump stuff up all over the place.
Yeah.
Nice guy, but he's a Trumper. And so I haven't had any incident. It's been up for about a week. And today I was out just grabbing my mail in, and there was a group of young high school boys. I think they were probably not even 18. Well, I know they're not 18, but anyway, they were kind of looking over at my house, and they said something, and I didn't quite catch it. And I said, "What was that?" And they said, "Oh, it's okay." And I said, "Oh, do you like my yard sign?" Because even if they hadn't said that, I wanted to get them into the conversation. But they had said, "Yeah, I like your yard sign." And I said, "That's great. Are you 18? Are you going to be able to vote?" And they said, "Nah, we can't vote yet." And I said, "Next time." And they all went, "Next time." I was like, "Okay, that's great." So that's my on the ground assessment of who the
That's
voters are.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, "Yeah, next time." I'm like, "Okay." That's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
And thank you, Book, for including Canada. Yeah, I kind of did too. I concentrated on the U.S., but I kind of.
Well, yeah, that's why I just said like
Hey,
North America, because
here happens there. What
Mexico
happens there
too.
happens here.
And
So.
Mexico too. We are
Yes.
all kind of symbiotic in that way. Whoops, I
Yeah.
just jerked it. I just knocked everything. I should have included Mexico in the thing for the disasters too, because they're also getting hit with these hurricane things.
Yeah.
Well, sorry about that, Mexico. But Sherry, since Linda G got this kind of messed up for us, maybe you and I should do another show for prayers or visualizations or both or something, in the next couple of days or next week or something like that, whenever you have time.
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to do that? Because
Absolutely.
maybe we should reach out to like Mel and Linda and Arthur and see if and David and some of those guys and see if they would like to join in.
Colleen, I while I was visualizing, someone else who needs protection are those who are voting differently than the people they are surrounded by. And the protection they need is that their vote is private. And that is sacred.
Yes.
So that's something that's very important. And it feels very important that you don't have to discuss who you vote with or who you vote for with anybody around you. And if you want to vote a certain way and say that you voted another way, I wish you all the protection.
Yes, absolutely. Really good, Gerald. Thank you. That was really good. Well, does anybody else have anything they want to add about anything? And you guys,
anytime that we send out positive energy, those who need to hear it, those who need to feel it are going to feel it. And I think when they do, whether they realize it or not, they're going to share it with other people around them. So while we may be concentrating on maybe one area or whatnot right now, it is going to spread worldwide. It is going any place that people need protection from whatever it is that they're going through. My hope is that they're going to feel that. And I love doing this. I could go to sleep right now.
And something I didn't think about before is that the entire world hinges on our elections, especially when it's a presidential election. Maybe they don't answer to our president, but if something were to happen and we were to go AWire, just off the board, it reverberates around the world. And there are a lot of democratic societies all around who are on that razor's edge, kind of like us right now.
Yeah.
Of flipping one way or the other. And for those that are old enough to remember what the other felt like, it's a terrifying time for them. For fear that what happened before will happen again. Now, granted, a lot of those people are no longer with us just because it's been a while, but there are some countries when it hasn't been that long ago that they were completely under a dictatorship of some kind, or even those countries that did have their freedom and a democracy and allowed it to slip away.
Yeah.
Like Venezuela, countries like
Venezuela,
that.
And I think
that are now under dictatorship. And
well, I think that's why Ukraine is fighting so hard.
Yes.
Because
absolutely,
it's a fairly recent memory for them.
Yes.
And I think it's a really good thing to remember that this is all about, we want safety for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
For everyone. Just be able to get out there and vote. So, and while you are out there voting, radiate that calmness, that centeredness, that understanding, that sense of protection. Really very important, because some people may be concerned about voting.
Yeah.
But be there, be present, be a light. So, and be nice to everyone. Smile at people.
I was just going to say, it's not just praying for protection for everyone who's voting, but praying that those who would normally disrupt or cause pain, for them to be overwhelmed by spirit and not follow through.
Yeah.
And not go down that dark path, even if it's just for one day,
Mhm.
you know.
Well, when you're giving off loving vibrations, it's pretty hard for people to hate on you.
Mhm.
I mean, because you're
Yeah.
also loving yourself, and so you're not giving in to the temptation to be baited by somebody's snide comment or an outright
Yeah.
insult. You're not baited into it. You're stronger when
Yeah.
you're standing in your power of love. And people who are, I would say, weaker individuals who are more prone to violence, they don't know how to handle that, so they don't. So they're just kind of stunned,
Yeah.
and they just kind of sit back on their heels. So it's a powerful thing to send out this protection, and it's really needed right now. And I think people with all the natural disasters too, I think people have just been shaken up. They're
Yeah.
they're afraid for their safety in their homes, in their communities, and in their, the election and the government. So it's a very, very difficult time. Oh, Teacher
Absolutely.
Barbara. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sherry, you and I can talk offline about a good night that we can get together, and then we can put
Okay.
something. Oh my gosh, Teacher Barbara, I'm so sorry.
Oh my.
Oh wow. Ugh, so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So we will be doing more of this, I guess. I thought this was going to be the only one before the election, but I think it's pretty clear that we need to do this more. And
Yes.
we
Yeah.
will do a whole passel of visualizations. We will do many
Yeah.
visualizations so that
Yeah.
we can capture everything. We can send love and light to the people for the natural disasters. We can do more things to put protection and white light around Kamala and Tim Walz. We will even put in protection and white light around Mr. Orange Orangutan and
Yep.
Shady, whatever his name is.
Yep.
We will do that too, because we're good people. All right.
Yes.
So
Excellent.
thank you, everybody. Teacher Barbara, my heart goes out to you.
Oh, yeah.
So we will be putting out lots and lots of support for everybody, because we can, and we
Yeah.
are powerful beings when we do that. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank
And
you.
watch the community pages on all our channels, because we will be doing this again, and probably with maybe some of the same people and maybe a few different people, but we'll be there.
Yes.
All right. Take
Absolutely.
care. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.